In this movie, we learn that millions of years ago, when a meteorite made of vibranium fell to Earth, it didn't just land in Africa. A similar one also fell in the Atlantic Ocean near what is now the US state. No one knew about this vibranium for centuries. Then, in 1571, a smallpox epidemic broke out, killing many people. A man from the Maya tribe living there dreamt of a god who showed him a herb in the sea, created from vibranium's radiation. When the Maya tribe people drank that herb, their illness was cured, and they became very powerful. But they lost the ability to breathe air and became water-breathing creatures. So, all those people went to live in the sea and started living near that vibranium site, building a vast empire called Talokan. Meanwhile, a strange event occurred. A woman from the Maya tribe named Fan was pregnant before going into the sea. Because of this, the vibranium herb had a deep impact on her unborn child. After going into the sea, when Fan's child was born, he had more power than everyone else. He could breathe in both water and air, and he aged very slowly. The child was named Talokan, but he was also called Namor. Because of these powers, he was made the king of Talokan. Later, when Fan grew old, her last wish was to be buried on land after her death. So, after Fan's death, Namor took her body out of the sea. At that time, Spanish dictators were oppressing the people there. Seeing this, Namor felt very bad, and he, along with his companions, killed those dictators. Because of this incident, Namor believed that all people living on land were evil and could one day attack Talokan. So, from that day, Namor started preparing his army for war so that if anyone ever raised an eye towards them, they could destroy them. Many years passed like this. The outside world didn't know about Talokan or the vibranium they possessed. Then, in 2024, in Wakanda, T'Challa, who was now the king and Black Panther, contracted a fatal disease, which he didn't tell anyone about. But when his illness worsened, everyone found out, and Shuri started his treatment. However, because T'Challa had a new kind of disease and it had progressed too far, his treatment wasn't possible. His treatment could only be done with the heart-shaped herb. But years ago, Eric Killmonger had burned the garden of that herb. Despite this, Shuri was trying to create the herb in her lab, but she couldn't make it, and T'Challa died. After this, T'Challa's funeral takes place, and the responsibility of handling Wakanda falls on Queen Ramonda. A year passes like this. Then, in 2025, the United Nations puts a lot of pressure on Wakanda to sell vibranium because a few years ago, Wakanda had revealed its true identity to the world and said they would help needy people with their technology. That's why they had opened several research centers outside Wakanda, but they never agreed to sell the vibranium outright, so no one could misuse it. But other countries needed the vibranium to make weapons. After T'Challa's death, other countries tried to send their soldiers to Wakanda's research centers to steal vibranium, but the Dora Milaje arrest them. Ramonda presents those intruders before the United Nations and warns everyone that if something like this happens again, they won't forgive anyone. Because of Ramonda's statement, America gives up hope of getting vibranium from Wakanda and starts searching for the metal elsewhere in the world. Meanwhile, the CIA finds a vibranium detector machine from a scientist, with whose help they start searching for vibranium. Searching, they reach the Atlantic Ocean, where they get a signal of vibranium deep inside. When they go into the sea, Talokan's people attack them. Then, Namor and many of his soldiers arrive and kill all of the CIA's agents. On the other hand, in Wakanda, Shuri still hadn't gotten over her brother's death. One day, Ramonda takes her to the riverbank and starts burning T'Challa's clothes so she can forget her grief. But Shuri didn't want to perform the ritual. Just then, Namor arrives there and brings the CIA's vibranium detector with him. He tells Ramonda and Shuri that T'Challa had made a big mistake by revealing vibranium to the world. Because of him, other countries have reached the sea in search of vibranium, which was a danger to his kingdom. So, Namor tells Ramonda that they must now find and hand over the scientist who made that vibranium detector. Vibranium also exists in the sea, and America has a scientist who can make a machine to find it. So, Ramonda decides to find that scientist. Then Shuri and Okoye go to America to find her and meet CIA officer Everett Ross. Ross thought that Wakanda was behind the sea attack, but Shuri tells him that someone else did it, and to stop them, they must reach the scientist who made the vibranium detector. Then Ross tells them that the machine was actually made by a girl named Ryrie Williams, a student at MIT. So, Shuri and Okoye go to MIT and meet Ryrie, who tells them that she made that machine not for the CIA but for her class project. Then Shuri and Okoye tell her that because of that machine, her life is in danger, so they have come to take her to Wakanda. Before leaving, Ryrie goes to a warehouse with them to pack her things. But then the FBI arrives and surrounds the place because they found out that Wakandans had come to take Ryrie. Then the three of them start escaping. Ryrie wears a suit she made, and Okoye and Shuri take a car and a bike and run away. The three manage to escape the FBI, but then Talokan's people attack them on the way. They had come to kill Ryrie, so Shuri tries to fight them, but she loses, and finally, Shuri requests them not to kill Ryrie and to take them to Namor. Then those people take Shuri and Ryrie to Talokan. Meanwhile, in Wakanda, when Okoye returns and tells everyone about the incident, a furious Ramonda dismisses Okoye from the Dora Milaje. Then, when Ramonda tries to call Shuri to find her location, the call goes to Everett Ross because Shuri's communication bracelet was found at the place Ross was. Ross and his wife Valentina, who was the CIA director, thought Ryrie Williams was in Wakanda's custody. But Ramonda tells them that along with Ryrie, Shuri has also been kidnapped by someone else. But the American government suspected Wakanda for everything and was thinking of going to war with them. Although Ross knew it wasn't their fault, he couldn't speak openly because he could be proven a traitor. Still, he somehow convinced the government and postponed the war. On the other hand, in Talokan, Namor meets Shuri and shows her his entire kingdom. He tells Shuri that he can do anything for his kingdom's safety, but Shuri was trying to convince him not to kill Ryrie. Then Namor tells her that he will spare Ryrie's life only if the Wakandans join him in a war against the whole world. Namor believed that all countries in the world were evil and would one day attack Talokan and Wakanda to acquire vibranium. So, he wanted to destroy all those countries first with Wakanda's help. To befriend Wakanda, Namor also gives Shuri a bracelet made from the vibranium herb. But Shuri doesn't agree to all this, and then Namor tells her that if Wakanda doesn't join him, he will attack them first. Meanwhile, to find Shuri, Ramonda goes to meet Nakia, who had been living in a country called Haiti for the last 6 to 7 years. Nakia was a good spy, so Ramonda wanted her to find Shuri and bring her back. Then Nakia tracks Shuri's location and reaches the UK town. There, she gathers some information about Namor and then goes into the sea to rescue Shuri. At that time, Ramonda calls Namor to meet outside the sea to distract him, and she keeps him engaged in conversation for a while. In that time, Nakia rescues Shuri and Ryrie from there. Then they all return to Wakanda. When Namor finds out that Shuri deceived him and escaped, he becomes very angry and attacks Wakanda with his army. This causes flooding there, and people start drowning. So, Wakanda's army gets busy saving everyone. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Namor reaches the palace and floods it, causing Ramonda's death. Namor says he will return in a week with his full army, and if Wakanda doesn't join him, he will kill everyone. After this, Ramonda's funeral takes place, and now Shuri vows to take revenge on Namor. For this, she starts preparing everyone. She gives Okoye a powerful suit and helps Ryrie make a new armor. Besides, Shuri starts trying to make the heart-shaped herb again so she can become the Black Panther herself and kill Namor. For this task, she uses that herb bracelet from Talokan. After experimenting with it, she successfully creates the heart-shaped herb. After drinking it, Shuri performs the ritual to become the Black Panther. This takes her to the ancestral plane, where she meets Eric Killmonger. Because Shuri's real motive was revenge, she met someone who thought like her. There, he instigates her for war. Now Shuri had become very powerful. So, she makes a Black Panther suit for herself. Wearing it, she takes blessings from everyone and starts preparing for battle. The next day, all Wakandans, the Jabari tribe, Ryrie Williams, and many warriors take a ship to the Atlantic Ocean. There, they send a vibranium detector into the sea, which makes the Talokan people think Americans have arrived. So, Namor comes out of the sea with his army to kill them, and then the Wakandans start attacking them. Then the Dora Milaje and the Jabari tribe fight the Talokan soldiers on the ship. Meanwhile, with Shuri's help, they trap Namor inside a fighter plane, and she starts weakening Namor by hitting the plane. Then both of them reach an island via the plane, where a fierce battle takes place between Shuri and Namor. But in the end, Shuri badly injures Namor and is about to kill him. But then Shuri sees her mother from the ancestral plane, who stops her from taking revenge. So, Shuri tells Namor that if he stops the war and apologizes, she will spare his life, and Wakanda will become their friend, to which Namor agrees. He returns with his army. Not all of Namor's people were happy with his surrender, but he convinces them that friendship with Wakanda will be very useful in the future. Meanwhile, in Wakanda, everything returns to normal. Shuri plants a garden with the heart-shaped herb she created so the Black Panther tradition can continue. Then Ryrie Williams is sent back to her home. After this, Shuri goes to Haiti to meet Nakia. and there she burns T'Challa's clothes to lighten her heart. Meanwhile, in Wakanda, M'Baku challenges everyone for the throne. He wanted Shuri to remain the Black Panther, and he himself would become the king of Wakanda. On the other hand, Everett Ross's wife finds out that he was giving information to the Wakandans, so she has him arrested. When Ross is being taken to jail in a car, Okoye arrives and helps him escape midway. In the movie's mid-credits scene, Nakia introduces Shuri to T'Challa's son, whose name was T'Saint. Only Ramonda knew about this child, and T'Challa wanted his son to stay away from royal pressures, so he had kept Nakia and T'Saint in Haiti. Shuri becomes very happy meeting her nephew. So friends, this was the explanation of Black Panther 2 movie. If you liked this video, please like and share it. And to watch such interesting videos, subscribe to our channel and press the bell so you can get our videos on time.